Yeah, we on Boss Talk TV. Shout out to E. The reason you see me.
Start with new developments in the case of 14-year-old Celeste Rivas Hernandez, whose body was found in the front trunk of singer David's impounded Tesla in September.
David was officially identified as a suspect in the teen's death this week. And now a source that's close to the case says detectives have identified a second suspect. Lindsay Pena, live in our news center with the latest on that. Lindsay?
Rick and Karine, this is the second major development in this case this week. Back on Tuesday, a source was able to confirm to KTLA that singer David is being named as a suspect, as you mentioned. The body of the Lake Elsinore teen was found September 8th in the front trunk of David's Tesla, impounded at a Hollywood tow yard. David was on tour at the time, but police now believe Hernandez was killed last spring. The medical examiner reported she had been dead for an extended period of time. Just yesterday, the case was updated in the medical examiner's website. The cause of death had been listed as deferred for weeks, but now there is no information listed, which means there could be a security hold on the case. Late today, TMZ reporting that Rivas's body may have been frozen, and that could make it difficult or nearly impossible to determine the cause of death.
Wow, guys. Make sure you like, subscribe to the channel. Man, again, and we've been hammering this down. David and Celeste, this case here is something else, because now they coming out with the fact of the body may have been frozen, partially frozen when they found it, which is crazy to me, because if this body was partially found, that means that car been sitting there. How could unless they had some, how did they keep the body frozen? How long had the car been at the pound? From the looks of it, I thought it had been there for a while, but from what I'm seeing now and what I'm hearing now is that the body, from Harvey and TMZ report that this body still had frozen parts. Can you believe that? Frozen. Listen, man, how could this body be still frozen or partially frozen? Now they're saying they're backtracking, looking at where this guy might have went. David might have went somewhere else, a band or something. It's crazy to me how they're depicting this. Now this happened months and months and months, maybe even a year before, and they're still trying to identify it. But some say it's not going to be that easy to do, as you hearing these reporters saying, as you hearing all the stuff comes out. But every day there's something new. But the more and more they get closer and closer, the more and more they're pretty much saying the David guy is the suspect. We're watching the David guy, David the singer. Man, but it's something Ray Charles can see when Stevie Wonder point at it. We've been seeing this ever since this started. Been wondering when they was going to arrest him. Can't figure it out because they're taking their sweet dear little time with it, acting as if he may have done it, he might not have done it. Now second man is implicated. The second man that's implicated, I believe, is the same guy that they was talking about early on. We've already heard this story. But as you can see, no arrests have been made still. But it's funny to me that TMZ is all over this, more so than the police themselves. I don't know, they get more information than anybody that I ever seen in my life. And it's crazy to me because if they know all of these factors, if they seen this man on a film with a minor, why are they not going to pick him up? Will there be an arrest this week? Some are implying it'll be arrest this week. It's tough, man, because this is a minor. This is a 14-year-old girl who had been missing for a few years. That's what makes the case so intriguing. Everybody want to know when they picking him up. Why haven't they picked him up? They stopped his tour. Now they're saying he's been implicated as one who they want to arrest and investigate. What is the problem with picking him up? Anybody, get in the comments, let me know, why haven't they picked up David? Why do you think they haven't picked him up? They're strongly implicating him. He's not working with them. They're showing that he's not even in cahoots with nothing that they got going on, but they hadn't picked him up yet. Why? Why is he still just being named? What type of game is being played? Why can't they figure this thing out? Let's listen to a little bit more of what this news reporter was saying, because this one just came out actually.
Our request to the medical examiner's office for more information hasn't been answered yet. Now there are reports of a second suspect being named. That information coming from attorney Mark Garagos, who is not connected to the case but says he's talked to people close to the investigation and they've told him this person could be involved before, during, and after her death.
I think what law enforcement is focusing on right now is they're trying to determine locations, and they have reverse engineered. They obviously know when they found the car. They obviously know when they discovered the remains. They now are reverse engineering the movements of all those who were involved, and they've done it in a very sophisticated way.
Garagos and Harvey Levin of TMZ both confirming independently that investigators are looking closely at a trip that David took to a remote area of Santa Barbara County in the
Okay, Santa Barbara County, a remote area in Santa Barbara County. They're looking at it. Man, come on, man. What is the I mean, if you got him, you got him. Now this second suspect, you know who his partner was. You pinging towers and everything else, I'm pretty sure. So what's the problem? TMZ and him, Garagos, they done been looking at it. And now the news is picking up on it, saying what Garagos and TMZ, this Harvey guy is saying. Come on, man. It's not that complicated to see these guys, the films. You see the videos. I've been showing them ever since this started. I don't see it as being, it's pretty damn obvious to me that ain't nobody else being implicated. So what is the jerking off about? Why is this such a slow process case? I just trip off of it. They act as if they don't understand what's going on with it, but they keep wanting to talk about it. Almost as if, is somebody just using this just for content? What? I mean, this is a person's life. Get in the comments, let me know, why do you guys think this is taking so long? Why is there so many suspicious innuendos, things that people are saying, oh, it may be this, it may be that. Are they trying to build us up? What's going on, man? 'Cause we know who they're going to pick up David, I'm pretty sure. Only thing we're trying to figure out is when now. And when he do, it's going to be a big thing where everybody, oh, they picked him up today. But we already knew this was coming. So I'm tripping off of it. I'm going to finish this up, but I had to get on here and say something because it's irking me. I'm trying to figure out what the damn cause is or why they're taking so long to understand. David, it's got his name written all over it. Allegedly, they found everything, including it was in his car.
Middle of the night last spring. At this point, one former LAPD detective we've spoken with says David is likely under surveillance, and all of these developments could mean an arrest is coming soon. Attorney Allison Treasel saying investigators are likely taking their time and being extra careful since this case is so high profile.
This is a high-profile case with a lot of eyes on the LAPD, and they don't want to get it wrong. They should not have to be in any type of a rush because there's no statute of limitations on a murder case if this is in fact a murder. And the coroner has yet to release the manner of death or the toxicology reports.
As of now, there have still been no charges and no arrests in this case. In the News Center, Lindsay Pena, KTLA 5 News. Back to you guys in the studio.
All right, Lindsay, thank you.
Okay, no arrest. But we know that these guys are under investigation, and what are we going to do? Are we going to arrest them, or are we going to just toy around with the fact you have no other suspects that I can see? Guys, get in the comments, let me know, will there be an arrest coming soon, this week maybe? What do you guys think? Let me know. We see all the news, they pit all up against this case. Pop, you know, but they're not arresting nobody. Let's go. I'm trying to figure this out because they've been lingering for months now. And they know already it's in his car. I'm just saying. But she was missing for 2 years. Who cares? It's like, what are we waiting on? Okay, will it be arrest coming soon, guys? Let me know. Will David be arrested this week, next week? What do you guys think, man? And if you're still watching, man, NBA YoungBoy, you know, him and NLE Chopper been going back and forth. I talked about that earlier, man. Boss Talk 101, man. Guys, make sure you like, subscribe to the channel. reviews.
Yeah, we on Boss Talk TV. Shout out to E. He the reason you see me.